Hey guys, how is everybody? This will be our lesson number 48 on our Women of the Bible series. Today we're going to talk about the harlot who stole a woman's baby, and we're going to be reading out of 1 Kings chapter 3 verses 16 through 28. Okay. Then came there two women that were harlots unto the king and stood before him. And the one woman said, O my lord, I and this woman dwell in one house, and I was delivered of a child with her in the house. And it came to pass the third day after that I was delivered, and this woman was delivered also. And we were together. There was no stranger with us in the house, save we two in the house. And this woman's child died in the night because she overlaid it. And she arose at midnight, and took my son from beside me, while thine handmaid slept, and laid it in her bosom, and laid her dead child in my bosom. And when I rose in the morning to give my child suck, and behold, it was dead. But when I had considered it in the morning, behold, it was not my son which I did bear. And the other woman said, Nay, but the living is my son, and the dead is thy son. And this said, No, but the dead is thy son, and the living is my son. Thus they spake before the king. Then said the king, The one saith, This is my son that liveth, and thy son is dead. And the other saith, Nay, but thy son is dead, and my son is the living. And the king said, Bring me a sword. And they brought a sword before the king. And the king said, Divide the living child in two, and give half to the one, and half to the other. Then spake the woman, whose the living child was unto the king, for her bowels yearned upon her son. And she said, O my lord, give her the living child, and in no wise slay it. But the other said, Let it be neither mine nor thine, but divide it. Then the king answered and said, Give her the living child, and in no wise slay it. She is the mother thereof. And all of Israel heard the judgment which the king had judged, and they feared the king, for they saw the wisdom of God was in him to do judgment. And in our notes it says, Solomon's solution to this problem, a sword, at first seems foolish, even dangerous. The wisdom of his creative approach is only understood when the matter is settled. In the same way, the works and the judgment of God often first seem strange, dangerous, or even foolish. Time shows them to be perfect wisdom. And for our extra, you hear a lot of noise. They're working on the roads. Okay. Let's see. Was wisely judged by Solomon, had to give baby back to its real mother, because the real mother didn't want it split in half. What is it today that you need to bring under the authority of Jesus? Is it your anxiety, your constant dread of the worst to come? Is it your feelings, the ones that send you tempest tossed and make you feel like you're on a roller coaster of raw emotion and drain you daily? Is it your need to be liked, the constant nagging voice that tells you you're not enough and you will never belong? Is it your need to be right, a need that leads you to having an argumentative and combative attitude with others? Is it your need to be busy, to constantly have a full plate so that you feel like you have a real purpose, so that you can avoid the quiet soul work that you desperately need? Is it your love for self? A love that focuses all your attention on you, magnifying everything under the lens of me, myself, and I. A love that empties you out and never really fills you up. Is it your heart? Has it grown cold and hard? Has it lost its compassion for all people? Is it your mind, your thoughts that overwhelm you, your lack of wisdom and discernment, your ability to make good decisions? Is it your lack of self-control? Your tendency to act out of your flesh rather than the spirit? Whatever it is today, you are not a lost cause. You are not alone in the fight. Jesus has the power to bring healing and redemption to our situation, no matter what the situation, when we bring it under His authority. So that means letting it go and giving every bit of it to Him and knowing that He will handle it. And that means trusting and having faith and believing and getting in your Bible and praying. And, He's always there. But I love you all. I will be back with another video probably tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you aren't already subscribed. I guess that's it. I love each and every one of you, and I'll see you soon.